Hi guys, Adventures Allotment here. The Yuzu is not doing well at all. In fact, it's on a downward spiral and I don't think it's going to come back up. You can see here that it's starting to look very rough indeed. It's losing all the colour out of its leaves. It's going it's losing all that colour really. And it's I would say it's fairly established. I wouldn't say it's very established, but it's fairly established. And yet, it looks really bad. It might not look really bad to the untrained eye, but I assure you that this thing is very faded, and I assume that either it's going to drop all its leaves or it's going to die. I'm not sure which. But I just felt the trunk, I felt the stem and the branches up to the stem, and it's a bit soft, which is a bit strange because as far as I know it was meant to be a Yuzu grafted on Yuzu. Now unless this was grafted onto a very tender plant, which would explain the soft stem, then there's no reason why a Yuzu would react like this, because it hasn't, as far as I can see, it hasn't got down to temperatures that would render a Yuzu dead necessarily, because if the Yuzu was dead, then the pineapple guava over there would also be showing similar damage, because they have similar cold hardiness in every way you can imagine. So it makes you wonder what's going on here. Because it is a Yuzu, you can tell by the leaves. But is it perhaps that it's grafted onto something really tender to help with the growth rate rather than the growth hardiness? Really interesting, because it would be a real shame to lose this, but it's kind of looking that way, if I'm honest. Let's hope that this thing is just going to drop all its leaves and grow them back and not just outright die. I've got no idea because I've never grown these before and I don't know how this works, but it would be a real shame to lose such a relatively big specimen at a temperature that I wouldn't consider like deadly to a Yuzu whatsoever. Even a few days below zero, I wouldn't consider it deadly at all. So we've got numerous assumptions here, and one of them is that it's grafted onto something really, really, really tender, hence that the dieback is beginning. So I don't know if anyone's got any idea what's going on. Let me know. Is it possible it could just drop its leaves and come back? The trunk here has got a slight softness to it, more so than previous years. So I wonder whether it's had it. Well, we'll see. But next to it you can see this fascicularia, which is also getting damage and also shouldn't have had damage. I can only presume it's either it's been frozen at the roots, or it was far colder than I thought it was. Because fascicularia should survive down to -8 or -9 without damage. Yet here it is, and there's no evidence that it's been that cold on the allotment from other plants. So really weird. Wonder what's gonna happen. Not looking good. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Please like, please subscribe. And if you've got any comments which you suspect what's going on here, definitely leave me a comment. Anyway, I'll see you next time for another video. Cheers.